Hello everyone, this is Aaron. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to show you 5 SmartView tips for EPM and ERP folks. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Aaron. I make videos on ERP Cloud, EPM, integration, and analytics. If you want to see more videos on these topics, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Alright, so as you can see, I am connected to EPM, Financials Cube. You can see here, I'm connected to the OEPFS Cube. And you have ad hoc analysis here. And you can see the grid, the POV, the columns, and the rows. But just refresh to make sure I have the latest data. Alright. Now, many times when I train the end users, they don't know that there's an undo redo option, right? I'm not talking about the Excel undo redo option. Let's say I zoomed in on the OFS cash member and I zoomed into the children of that member. Now, many times what I have seen is they would either do like zoom out, click on the child and zoom out and go back to the previous state. Let's say I zoom in more or do some other operations here, right? Let's say I zoom out at the OFS cash member. Now I'm at the parent of the OFS cash member. So you're doing so much operations, right? And how do you go back to the previous state? Well, if you click on the SmartView tab, you should see an undo option. So I can undo and go back to the previous state, undo again, and I'll go back to the previous state. So many times when I train end users, they don't know this, they haven't seen this. So this is one feature that I think every EPM and ERP consultant should know. I'm including ERP because now you can connect to the GL Cube using SmartView. Now, if I go to the SmartView options and go to advanced, you can see that this is where you can set the number of undo actions. So by default, you can perform 9 undo actions. So you can obviously change it, but I wouldn't. I don't know why you would do like 9 different operations, undo operations. So, but anyways, this is where you can make changes if you want to. All right, so that's the first tip I wanted to give you. Now the second tip is I'm using the same grid. So if you're an end user and if you're an accountant or if you work with Excel a lot, you don't like to double click and zoom in. What you want to do is most of the times, again, this is based on the trainings that I've conducted for end users. Most of the times when I work with these users, they say that I don't want to this default operation, which is when I double click on a member, it zooms into the next level, right? I don't want that to happen. I want the option to edit the member. I want to double click so that I am able to edit this member. So it's pretty easy. So go into SmartView options, advanced tab, and you should see this mode section and uncheck the use double click for operations and click on OK. I'm going to just click on OK. Let me refresh it one more time. Let me zoom out. Right. So now if I double click now, you notice that it's not zooming into the next level. It is editing, allowing me to edit the member or the cell. And that's the default Excel behavior, right? So this is how you can control that behavior. So if you want the double click to zoom into the next level, you again go back to options, advanced, enable this option, click OK. Now if I double click, it'll zoom into the next level. So that's how you can control that. So that is tip number 2. All right, tip number 3 is, many of you may already know this, but if you are connected to EPM, you should be able to run or execute your business rules. So if you're connected to EPM, you should see the planning tab. Here, go to calculate, and you can see if you have opened a form, you should see rules on form. And you can see in this one, I can see the rules that are available on the form. I can select the rule, select the runtime prompts and click on launch. Or I can click on business rules. So calculate business rules. And it should show me all of the business rules. So in here, you can see all of the cubes and all the rule types and all the business rules that are available across all the cubes. Now I can uncheck certain and look at the ones that I really need, right? So I can narrow it down to the specific cube that I'm interested in, and also the rule type, whether it is a rule or a rule set. So that's how you can run business rules, either the business rules on the form or business rules in general. Now, if I go back to the ad hoc analysis, you should see the planning ad hoc tab. Again, the same thing, you can click on calculate and you should see the business rules option. In here, you don't see the rules on form because it's an ad hoc grid, not a form. But if it's a form, you'll be able to see rules on form. All right, multi-grid. This is an amazing tip. Many of you may already know this, but many users don't know this. So let's say I have, I want to create an analysis. Let me show it to you first. All right. So usually you have a single grid. So what I'm going to do is I have OEPFS cube and I have the OEPWFP cube. I'm going to select few cells. Then right click on OEPFS cube and select ad hoc analysis. The moment I select a range of cells and select ad hoc analysis, you should see this message which says you have a range selected. Would you like to change this sheet to support multiple grids? Select yes, and then you're going to see this option where it's going to show you the point of view, the obviously the columns and the rows. Now I'm going to use an existing example. And click on refresh and it should give me the data. Now let me select one more set of cells and then do ad hoc analysis. And you should see that this is a separate grid. So you have one grid here, you have another grid here. Now I can do the same thing here, provide the same or different set of point of view and the members. We do like cash. All right, now you can see that you have two different grids in the same sheet. So this is, I've seen this being used by end users. So this is another tip that I wanted to show you. Again, you select a set of or a range of cells and then select a cube, click on ad hoc analysis and make sure to accept or click yes for the option to enable multi-grid. Now, you're not limited to connecting to the same cube. So if I select, let's say another set of range of cells and then select OEPWFP cube and click on ad hoc analysis, you can see that I can connect to the FS cube, OEPFS cube, I can connect to OEPWFP cube, any number of cubes, it doesn't really matter. You can have multiple grids in the sheet. So that's tip number 4. Now tip number 5 is, many of you know this option of, let's say, I'm here in the ad hoc grid, I can go to SmartView, click on Sheet Info, and it shows me the details of the connection, where I'm connected, etc. Right? You have another option which is called as document content. So let me show you that. So in here you can see the document content section, and it shows you the different sheets, and you can see that the sheet name, I have given it as double click, and it shows you the connection, and it also shows you it's connected to the OEPFS cube. This is the application name and the cube name. Second one is the form, right? So this is the form. It shows you the application, and it shows you the form name, OFS total revenue forecast. Then we have the multigrid. It shows you all the 3 connections that I'm using. So FS, FS, and WFP. Undo, redo, which is this one. Again, it shows you the application name, the cube name. So this is another easy way to see the connections. And this one shows you all of the connections across all of the sheets in the Excel workbook. The beauty of this is you can click on, let's say I'm right now in double click sheet. I can click on, let's say, undo redo, and click on select, and it takes me to that sheet. So I'm directly taken to that sheet from here in the document content section. So that's tip number 5. All right, that's all I wanted to show you today. Again, when I train users, some of these things come up, and I hope some of these were helpful for you guys. Again, this is useful for both ERP and EPM folks. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you got more tips and tricks for SmartView, post it in the comment section. That's all I had for today. Talk to you all in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.